your grandfather, the draft room in San Francisco is named after him.
How about
correct?
that? Yeah, just this past year, or within the last year, they named it the John McVay Draft Room. So that's a pretty cool deal for him, and the contributions that he made to that organization.
Well, things like the drafting of, say, people like Joe Montana, and Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Correct?
No,
I'm not mistaken.
He was
along
a
with
part
Bill Walsh.
of a lot of that, with Coach Walsh. And
you didn't know that, Steve?
Got there right from the beginning.
I'm a 49ers fan, too.
How about that?
Wow.
Well,
He's got 5 rings.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Well, he's just thumping his. I know he's thumping his chest.
I'm proud
about,
of my grandpa, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, yes, the fandom that you enjoyed being a 49er fan was born out of a lot of the fruits of your grandfather's labor. Do you remember anything? Like, what's your first football memory? I guess
I was too young to appreciate those early years where they were winning, but I can remember when they actually were in the same division as the Falcons. A handful of years ago. I remember when they'd come out with Steve and when Jerry was there, and I'd sit on the bus with Jesse Sapula and Dexter Carter's returning kicks. So that was a cool deal to be able to be around that. And I don't think you really realize how much you kind of absorb and appreciate it until you're able to look back on it and realize, because you don't know any better. You think that's kind of the norm, and then you realize what a great, unique experience that was to be able to be exposed to that at such an early age.
Oh, big expectation for you now. Big.
As if they're
just went from here to here.
To all the way up there.
Dead serious.
So that's your first memory, is riding the bus with the 49ers?
Yeah, no, and I remember,
Seifert?
watching.
We talking about the Seifert years?
Well, yeah,
and Mooch?
Mariucci. Yeah, Mooch.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
So tell me something that can help me make Mooch feel older than he really is. What do you got for me? How old were you on the Mariucci buses?
I was about 8.
This is the best.
Wow.
Well, because
I wasn't that young. I was probably more like 12, 13 years old.
No. You said 8, and we're going to stick with 8. Because when Steve and
eight was still Coach
bus with
Seifert.
J.J. Stokes and all those guys.
Oh yeah, 8 was still Coach Seifert. Because I make you feel old. I was born in '86.
That's when I graduated high school, but that's okay. But hey, let's make Mooch feel as old as possible. So, in all seriousness, though, like, it's interesting because Mariucci got his first gig through John Robinson, right here in Los Angeles with the Rams, and years later, obviously, we could go so many different ways with this whole sort of football Kevin Bacon 6 degrees thing. Right. But now years later, you're riding a bus while he is a head coach of the 49ers. Sure. Now you're the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams.
It's wild.
Have you stopped at any moment to just say, how the heck did this happen?
No, I would say the main thing, Rich, is what you're able to appreciate is the people that have been, so invested in helping me even get to this opportunity. And it doesn't happen without being around great people. And it really starts with getting the opportunity to get into this league at an early age because of my grandfather's influence, working under John Gruden, Jay Gruden, working with Mike Shanahan. I mean, I've been very fortunate. Bruce Allen, a lot of great people that have invested in, and the timing has worked out really in a very fortunate manner to be sitting here.
Have you been told you sound Gruden-esque?
I've heard that quite often. I'll take it as a compliment, though, because he was one of my biggest mentors, and
John, or Jay
John,
too.
Both of them were. Both of them were as influential as anybody that I've been around in the coaching profession. But what I can appreciate with John is when you get into this business, he truly taught me to see the game from a 22-man perspective, and then the ability to connect with guys and understand, from an above the neck standpoint, how to connect with the players, but then also motivate them. I mean, he's one of the best I've been around.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app, and I'll be sure to help the NFL figure out what a catch is.